So the big question for the Meg movie is, will Jason Statham punch the shark? Yeah, like Lara Croft did in the Tomb Raider movie. Because that turned out brilliantly, didn't it? Hello YouTube, Ash here and welcome to today's episode of Special Talks. On today's episode I am going to be talking about The Meg. So this film is directed by John Turteltaub and is adapted from a novel by Steve Alton. Bing bing, got the book over there. It stars of course Jason Statham, Rainn Wilson, Ruby Rose, Bing Bing Lee and a load of other people who probably won't get eaten. So the big question is it more of a Jaws or is it more of a Sharknado? Let's get into it! So the plot revolves around a high-tech marine research lab off the coast of China. They've discovered that the bottom of the ocean is not in fact the bottom of the ocean, if that makes sense. So they're going to go deeper than the deep. Upon exploring the deep, they were attacked by a prehistoric shark, a megalodon. This shark was supposed to be extinct, however, somehow it survived in this deep. So after the shark attack, their submarine is stranded on the deep. Now, they need an expert to come and save them. Enter Jason Statham. And although he manages to save the crew, in doing so he releases the megalodon into our ocean. Now it's up to Statham and the team to stop the Meg before it eats everything in its path. So what did I like about the film? A lot. I really enjoyed it. Now as I mentioned, I have the book. I was a fan of the book, so I was always waiting for this film. I read the book when I was 19, so only enough 20 years ago. So I was always excited that I would want to see this as a film, and it lived up to my expectations. I really enjoyed it. And I'm not going to bullshit you and say it's the best film ever, because it's not. It's a film about a giant shark. If you go into it expecting it to be something more than it is, you're going to be disappointed. Go in there. I know, as I said with Mission Impossible, sometimes it's good to have an intelligent film, but sometimes it's good to just have fun. And if the film is fun, you will enjoy yourself, and I really enjoyed this film. And some people have said it starts off slow, but I actually enjoyed it. Maybe because, as I said, I like the book and the book starts off slow as well. But it was world building and I enjoyed the whole exploration and the kind of horror finding, discovering the shark and all that. I really enjoyed it, and I didn't find myself bored at all during the film. I liked the action set pieces. There were moments where I was really shocked and scared, like jumped out of my seat, like my knuckles going because I was really tense. You know, maybe it's because I'm not really good at horror films, but I was really scared, like, ooh, you know, for the next jump scare, and I was really like nervous and all that, because that's what this film did to me. It is fun, and going into this film I was expecting it to be really silly, and it's not really silly. Now you might say it should be silly because it's a giant shark film, but I enjoyed that it wasn't silly. I thought it was going to be too silly and ridiculous, which is not. It's got a fine balance between seriousness and a silliness, and it made for a good film. The actors all do fine. Jason Statham is perfect as the hero. You know, he's your usual Jason Statham. He basically plays himself. I know a lot of people say that, but he does, you know. But he's a good action. He can do action really well, and he's very heroic. You really believe that he would jump in and face a giant shark. The rest of the cast do okay. There's nothing really special about them. They're quite forgettable. But at the end of the day, you're there to watch Jason Statham versus a giant shark. And there's going to be people who say that the ending is a bit silly and a bit far-fetched. However, if I recall right, the book's ending is even more sillier. If I recall right. Wait a minute, let me just check that out. Be back in a second. Yeah, I was right. The ending of the book is kind of sillier than the ending of the film. So was there things I didn't like about the film? Yes. As I said, it's not the greatest film ever. Some of the CGI towards the end is not really that good. So yeah, with a film of this kind of budget, you would expect to have better CGI. But I say 80% of the CGI is good, but it just goes a bit iffy towards the end of the film. Also, there's a few things that make no sense, and I've tried to make them sense because I really wanted to make it work, but on the drive back I was thinking, that doesn't make any sense, it doesn't connect. So yeah, I won't spoil it because there's I don't know if it's spoilers, but there's a few things that don't really make sense, and it bugged me. Also, some of the characters are a bit too cliche. You got the businessman who's a bit of a dumbass, you got the comic relief guy, you got the hero Saturn, you know, so there are lots of cliches in the film, and lots of people do kind of stupid things. Not too stupid that it doesn't make sense, except that bit which I mentioned before. But yeah, they make a few mistakes, but they do that in any shark film, even in Jaws they did this, so yeah. So ratings, I will give it a 4 out of a 5. I really dug the film. I haven't had this much fun in the cinema for a while. In fact, so that I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of a 5 because I really had fun with it. I was looking forward to this film for so long. It was my most anticipated film of 2018 and it did not disappoint. If you like shark films, go check it out. If you like action films, go check it out. Just don't go into it expecting a great film, but just go in there expecting a great time and you will not be disappointed. After all, it's a giant shark versus Jason Statham. You know, go in with expectations for something like that. You will have fun. So if you like this video, please hit that like button and let me know in the comments, are you looking forward to The Meg? Or if you've seen it, what did you think of it? And if you've read the book, did it live up to your expectations? For me, as you know, it did. So yeah, let me know. So I've been Ash. If you want to follow me on social media, please do. I have Twitter, I have Instagram. The links are below, so follow away. And if you want to see more of my videos, please hit that subscribe button and tick the notification bell. And if you really like this video, give it a share. That'd be brilliant. So I think that's it for today. So I might as well just say fiend, and I will see you next time.